Each summer, Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory hosts over 1,000 students in a variety of internship programs and in a variety of research areas, including high energy density science.
When I started my PhD at Stanford, my advisor told me about Livermore, and he told me like, yeah, there's this laboratory, they are doing very cool stuff, check it out, they have like summer opportunities, maybe you're interested. I feel like I didn't realize at first how big this is of a lab in terms of like how amazing this is. So I just got accepted and I was like, okay, that's cool. But when I came here and I started like attending in person, meeting people and exploring what they are doing, I was like, oh wow, that's a huge thing.
These internships give students a chance to dive into a topic over the course of about 10 weeks to see if it's something that they're really passionate about.
Yeah, I just graduated from Morehouse College. My major was math. I had a minor in business. So I'm doing data analysis for their this upcoming project they have in January. I will specifically be working on the data analysis for their repetition electron photon positron spectrometer, and basically we're trying to get more energy out than in than NIF is currently getting, so we can work towards getting a reactor for a city.
Interns get to be part of cutting-edge research alongside world-class scientists.
I love how the lab is also getting me acquainted, connecting me with people to help me out with that. I definitely have had a decent amount of students who are like, oh yeah, just go talk to this person, or here, I'll help you with this, so I love that.
I have graduate students at my home institution who have done internships here at the lab, and they've told me about their positive experiences and how it helped develop them as a researcher, so I was really excited about the prospect of coming to work here.
It kind of seemed like something that was totally out of reach because, again, I'm like a first-generation college student, so I'm like, oh yeah, right. But then like coming here for the summer and just like interacting with everyone, I'm like, wow, who cares if it's even like a yeah, right? Like, I'm just gonna try.
In our high energy density science internships, students often get involved in planning, running, and analyzing experiments. Others focus on computational physics using high performance computing systems. And for those who like to work with their hands, there are opportunities to help build lasers and diagnostics.
The lab, I'm working in the HEDS division, which is High Energy Density Science division. I'm doing mostly theory and simulations of different laser plasma interactions.
What we're working on, instead of the NIFS approach, where you have this one laser that focuses on the heating and the compression of the material, we actually will have one short pulse laser and one long pulse laser doing both of those separately. And that process is called fast ignition.
I'm in the Department of Earth and Planetary Science at Berkeley. I work with Burkhard Militzer, so we do density functional theory on materials at like these extreme conditions. And that's like the perfect synergy with like NIF and using that like information of like material properties at these extreme conditions to give us information about like the interiors of planets. So being able to like probe these people and just ask them all my like questions is kind of like not fascinating. I feel just extremely, extremely fortunate and lucky to be in that type of position.
So my work is mostly theory and simulation based, so it requires a lot the use of a computer, actually the supercomputers, and that's like one of the big advantages of being here at Livermore, because they have like several huge supercomputers that I can use for my work. The motivation of my work is to inform and to explain some experimental results. So even right now, this work that I'm working on, it's to prepare an experiment that's going to happen soon. So they want to know like what is the best experimental setup.
Many students go on to present their research at conferences or even co-author papers, especially if they spend multiple summers at Livermore.
In the lab, there are like mini conferences where we can present our work or research through posters, seminars, etc. And I think these are great opportunities for us to connect with more people within the lab, to explain what we're doing, and most importantly, to get feedback and to kind of improve our research by discussing this with other people.
This summer I'm working with Dr. Raspberry Simpson to simulate a diagnostic for some upcoming ion fast ignition experiments. Ion fast ignition is an alternative inertial fusion energy scheme that's promising and potentially being explored for the future of ICF and whether or not we can build large-scale power plants and things of that nature. Another thing that's great that I got the opportunity to participate in, that's not a part of my main project, but was great to have the hands-on experience, was an experiment at Titan at the Jupiter Laser Facility this summer. And it's not really related to my main research project, but I was offered the opportunity regardless because they know that I have a strong interest in being an experimentalist.
Beyond the research, students connect with mentors, collaborate with scientists and engineers, and build friendships with other interns.
The coolest thing at Livermore is like, I can almost be, if my advisor doesn't know something, he knows like the expert on the thing, which is like, it gives me goosebumps, like it blows my mind.
The community here so far, I love it. Whether it's just going to lunch and people just saying hi and talking to you, or even just my mentor, who you can really see how much everybody here cares about you and has your best interests at heart.
No, there's a community, and they are also constantly sharing what they are doing with me, and sometimes we find that they have a project that it's really suitable for particle in cell simulation, so I start collaborating with them. So we have like also side projects that allow me to connect with them and to help them with their projects. So yeah, there's like a continuous communication with them too.
I do have contact with interns in terms of exchanging knowledge and ideas, and also seeing what kind of research other people are up to. So that's been really nice to kind of have this like open flow and exchange of ideas.
The summer usually wraps up with a research project, often presented as a poster at a student symposium. Our goal is to give students a real feel for what it's like to work here and give them a real sense of what it's like to be a part of this community.
It's been really useful to have this exposure to the high energy density field and kind of cement that this is the path that I want to take.
Thank you to the lab for bringing me here. I'm enjoying the experience and I'm enjoying the people.